Ciao, what's up everybody? How we doing? Alright, we're out in Windway today on a Friday evening, waiting for my wife to get off of work. I'm only shooting one video today because I shot 5 yesterday. And this video is going to be strictly about Patreon and the new tier system and all the things you can get access to on the Patreon. So, I'm not going to say the like, subscribe, comment, and all that deal. You already know if you want to do that, you can do that. This is going to be exclusively just talking about Patreon and Patreon content. So, Windway will be busy tonight. I just met another YouTuber that's doing really well. He films walking videos kind of on Windway that are long, like an hour plus long. Doesn't talk. Vietnamese guy, super nice. We chatted for a half hour. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about, so go check his shit out if you want to. Anyways, we're going to talk about the Patreon tier system. And what's going to be offered on Patreon now is what's already on there is there's early access to a lot of videos. There's going to be, any country we go to, there's going to be 5 videos from that country only available on Patreon. And then there's going to be deleted scenes from things on Patreon. There's also going to be crazy party nights. If I'm in a different city and I'm out partying and I don't want to put it on the main channel, it'll be there. I think the last crazy party night video we have is from Da Nang. Now, if you sign up for the Patreon, you can't be lazy. You got to go back and look through all the videos if you want to find these videos I'm talking about. There's also going to be videos on there of older podcasts. We're going to bring the podcast back as well. There's going to be a lot of focus onto the Patreon to build the Patreon. Other things that are going to be available on the Patreon is, this is going to be the new thing that's added to it. So a lot I get questioned about starting a YouTube channel when I meet a subscriber, or even people that just watch the channel and not subscribe. A lot of people I meet up with, when they want to meet up with, want to talk about starting a YouTube channel. So instead of having that conversation on a regular basis, we're going to offer classes on the Patreon. And yes, you could just sign up and then watch all the classes and only do a hit and run and just sign up for a month, but we're going to do them weekly. So every week there's going to be a video on starting a YouTube channel and how I would go about it if I was you. And you're going to be surprised. It's going to be a lot of things that I don't actually do. And I'm going to recommend different ways to do YouTube for different personalities and what might actually suit you. Oh, we got a lot of wind. We got to do the back walk. I don't want to get all muffed out here. So, you know, the first video in the YouTube You Want to Be a YouTuber series, we're going to go over camera equipment. And then we're going to break down in the second video, I'm just giving you a preview of it, so if you might be interested. Then in the second video, we're going to go into, you know, what kind of content for you. Should you just be a guy walking around and doing 4K on a nice camera, like a ZV-1, or the fellow I met, that the 4K walking guy, really nice dude. We're not going to collab or anything, and we're not buddies, so there's no need to go troll him. But he has a full, like, A7, I think he had a Mark III on a gimbal with, like, a high-end lens on it. Like, he had a $5,000 setup, pretty much. So we're going to talk about whether you should be talking on your videos, whether you should show your face. I'm going to give all kinds of tips for different kinds of channels and different kinds of growth. You know, his growth is way faster than mine. I think he's got like 9,000 subscribers in 10 months. You know, he's blown up. And there's reasons why you would not want to maybe possibly talk and just do first-person view and walk around. You know, if you don't give people anything to judge or anything to hate on, it makes things a lot easier. I'm a more of an open book type of guy, so you kind of get everything that I'm thinking and saying. You get bad days, good days, especially on live streams. You get fun ones, you get crazy ones, you know, all kinds of stuff like this. The other thing we're going to talk about in this video is the alternate channel. So there's going to be a lot of time and energy put into my alternative channel. I want to get that up to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys are already fans of my channel, there's 20,000 of you almost, go ahead and sign up for that second channel. It's just one click. You don't have to do anything, pay for anything. The link is in the description of every video. So sign up for that alternate channel and we're going to start using it. We're probably going to do some IRL streaming with it. As you can tell, on the main channel, we're not doing much IRL streaming anymore. We do maybe 1 a week, maybe 2 a week. And that will continue to be that way, as I'm not going out and I'm not drinking or getting drunk. You know, we'll have maybe a couple beers, if anything, but beyond that, those kind of streams are going to go away. So what's going to happen on the IRL stream is we're going to hang out at home. We're going to have chats at home. We're going to be IRL out during the day, like different times. So we might even do some gaming on it. There's just going to be all the stuff I don't want to do on the main channel will be on that alternative channel, and I'm going to put a lot of effort into that channel as well. Now, we're doing phenomenal on the main channel. We just hit 5 million views. I don't focus too much on the subscribers anymore, as it's more about the views that are incurred. So now that I've kind of understood that subscriber doesn't matter nearly as much as the views, you know, of course in every video I'm going to say like, comment, and subscribe, because people that don't, when I do not, the likes are down, the comments are down, the subscriptions are down. So like, I tested it out. The proof is in the pudding, you know. Sure, there are some YouTubers that absolutely don't need to do that, but we're talking people that started off a long time ago, already had a foot in the sand on that stuff, you know, like Harold Balders never needed to say it. He'd been doing YouTube since it like came out. Like, he's an original YouTuber. And then same with his friend like Bald and Bankrupt, who, yes, my name is a play on Bald and Bankrupt, definitely inspired. Doesn't take a genius to figure that out. But, you know, he was able to launch because Harold launched him, and he already had, you know, 800, 900,000 subscribers, and he threw his whole fan base at it. And then on top of that, Harold is a tremendous vlogger. He's got the gift of gab. He speaks multiple languages. He went and did killer content out of the gate. Now, I'm just a guy that's shooting the day in the life of style stuff, you know, giving you the news of what's going on, tips and tricks, my traveling, me having fun, sometimes drinking, partying, you know, different things to see in different countries. So I'm not as diverse as some of these other YouTubers, and I'm well aware of that, you know. For me to learn another language, that's not a particularly easy skill set to do. So I'm giving you a lot of incentive, if you're interested in Patreon, to join the Patreon. If you don't want to join the Patreon, there's absolutely no big deal about it. And I understand that people that join are signed up for 6 months, and then they, you know, maybe 1 month money gets a little tight, or they're planning a trip to go somewhere, and they want to cut out that $5 or $10 that they're spending per month. That's absolutely fine. They do give you an option on Patreon to pay for a year at a time. The preferred one is the second tier for $110 a year. Of course, you don't have to do that either. Most of the new people that have been signing up to the Patreon have personally let me know that they're glad that they signed up for the Patreon. You know, the early access is pretty cool. Some of the early access is sometimes like 4 or 5 days ahead of time. So, you know, if you're a fan of the channel, it's an easy way to get yourself involved and be a part of helping me continue on with this journey. So the goal with the Patreon is to have 100 Patreons by the end of the year. It's pretty ambitious, but I think goals should be ambitious. The goal with the main channel is to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully we'll get there. You know, time will tell, but always set a decent goal. And then the alternative channel, we want to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. I think the easiest thing you guys can do out of this video is join the alternative channel in the description. I mean, it's one click, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell to all, because that is going to be a streaming channel mainly. So if you don't have the bell set to all, you won't be able to see when I actually go live. It'll be delayed. It might not even tell you for an hour later. So you want to do that bell all. No, I'm not going to do some animation that says click the bell and hit all. I think you guys are smart enough to understand what I'm saying. So I'm trying to incentivize joining Patreon. It's the whole point of today's video. I want to put this video out because a lot of people don't even know what it is. Sometimes I mention it in video, sometimes I don't. I am going to be mentioning Patreon and the alternative channel in every video going forward, because like I said, if you don't say something, how's somebody going to know? A lot of people don't check the link in the description. So for whoever joined up to the Patreon this month, you guys are legends. I think 2 or 3 of you guys did already. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. People that have been on the Patreon for long term, you guys are awesome. Just know that I really appreciate it. Yeah, you guys are cool. So to summarize this video, sign up for the Patreon if you can. Oh, and by the way, you can sign up for as little as $1 a month. The YouTube, how to be a YouTube videos will only be available at the $5 tier though. I think I got rid of the $1 sign up because too many people were hit and running. So I think the minimum is $5 now. And the YouTube classes will be at the $5 tier. And then we're going to have a more advanced YouTube classes that'll be at a $10 or $11 tier. So that'll be how it's set up. And then join the IRL channel. Link is in the description. So that's the video, guys. Thank you for your time. I know there's nothing really about Vietnam in this video, but Not every video is going to be about Vietnam. We are going to do some fresh content. I was going to ride the ferry to District 9 today, but I was not able to. I had other things to do that kept me busy, so we will do that Monday. I will be shooting content this weekend. Probably you'll see when in a couple videos. Not sure yet. We are going to see a movie on Saturday. We have some other things to take care of. So it sounds like Thailand has won for the next trip. Don't know when we'll go. We'll try to do some live streams to raise some funds for Thailand. If it gets paid for, then I'll go. But if not, no. And last thing, phone is not coming back. It's been 3 weeks. That thing's gone. They probably sold it for parts because that's the only thing you can do with it. So live and you learn. I'll pay that sucker off hopefully within the next year. Then we'll get a new phone. So as ever, guys, I thank you for all the support. I thank you guys for watching. You don't have to do anything I said in this video today. I'm just putting it out there in the universe. If you put things out, maybe sometimes you receive back. So as ever, I'm not going to do shorts. I am not going to do TikTok. I am not going to do content any other way. I am not going to go watch every other Vietnam YouTuber and copy their shit because I see it gets lots of clicks. It's just not the way I operate. So I'm just going to keep doing me. And I think enough people will come around to support all that. So thank you guys for the support. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.